The following program was produced by an independent community producer. The opinions expressed do not necessarily reflect those of the ECAT staff or board of directors.
There are so many reasons to fall in love with the Ames Free Library this February. I'm Alicia Wazalewski, the Youth Services Specialist at the Ames Free Library.
And I'm Marina Guo, Reference and Information Services Librarian.
As librarians, our first love is books, of course. So, allow us to tell you about our fun book club events this month.
The AFL Book Club meets on Wednesday, February 12th at 1:30 p.m. to discuss Tomorrow by Gabrielle Zevin. The Nonfiction Book Club on Thursday, February 13th at 6 p.m. will be discussing Basketball Junkie by Chris Herron. Our newest edition, the Fantastical Fiction Book Club, will meet on Wednesday, February 19th at 6 p.m. for a discussion of Chocolat by Joanne Harris. And our long-running Mystery Book Club meets on Thursday, February 27th at 3 p.m. to chat about The Kingdoms of Savannah by George Dawes Green.
For a younger audience, Bookworms Book Club, our kids' fantasy book club, meets on Monday, February 24th at 4 p.m. Kids ages 9 through 12 will meet to discuss The Snow Spider by Jenny Nimmo and then craft a beastly bookmark. The Starting Line also meets once a month, and there's no advanced reading required for this one. It's a book and art program where kids in grades 1 through 3 and their families can listen to a short chapter book read aloud and then create a themed project. On February 26th at 4 p.m., prepare to be delighted by the mischievous magic of Megan McDonald's Bunny and Clyde. Finally, teens are invited to drop into the new chapter of Silent Book Club Easton, Teen Edition, on Thursday, February 27th at 5:30 p.m. Silent Book Club is a time for teen readers to find community with others and enjoy some peaceful, independent reading time.
Another way to let your book love sparkle like the freshly fallen snow is to participate in Winter Bingo. We know our patrons have diverse loves, so we're happy to invite you to participate in non-bookish programs too.
If movies make your heart pitter-patter, check out our Monday Movie Matinee series. We're showing 2 movies this month with popcorn on Mondays at 1:30 p.m. Adults are invited to view Mamma Mia on February 10th and Devotion on February 24th. Ratings, runtimes, and movie descriptions are available on our website. Easton resident Ed Hands facilitates a meeting of the Hockomock Film Club, which gathers twice monthly to show movies after hours at Queesit House. This month, join them on Friday, February 7th, or Friday, February 21st at 6 p.m. This group is open to the public and new members are welcome.
Craft your heart out at Design with Dana on Tuesday, February 11th at 6 p.m. Adults will learn how to make paper lotus flowers bloom. Space is limited and registration is required. Or join a warm community of knitters and fiber enthusiasts on Thursday, February 20th at 6:30 p.m. All abilities are welcome to chat and share tips and techniques. No formal instruction is available. Meetings are free and open to all.
We know that kids have creative hearts too. On Friday, February 14th at 11 a.m., Mini artists ages 2 through 5 can participate in pint-sized paint and sip. Registration is required for this popular finger painting program. It fills up quickly, so be sure to visit our website for more details. Slightly older artists, kids in grades 2 through 6, can color outside the lines, brush up on their art skills, and pencil in time to play wacky and wild drawing games with Miss Hannah on Tuesday, February 18th at 4 p.m.
If you think there's no higher love than a man's best friend, Callie and Laddie, the therapy dogs, couldn't agree more. Independent readers can practice their reading skills during a 15-minute appointment on Thursday, February 13th. Advanced registration is required.
Or maybe you've heard that the fastest way to a person's heart is through their stomach. We're offering 3 virtual cooking classes this month, courtesy of our online platform, Library Chef.
We're cooking up something new and very exciting at the Ames Free Library. We're happy to announce that your library card now allows you access to Library Chef, a new online cooking platform designed for adults of all skill levels. Whether you are a complete beginner or an experienced home cook, Library Chef has something for everyone. Here's what you can expect. 3 live interactive classes each month with professional chefs, recipes included. An on-demand video library with recordings of previous live classes and tutorials to help you take your cooking skills to the next level. Plus, everything lives right inside of the Library Chef platform, so no need to hunt down a Zoom link. Ready to get cooking? Head to our website, amesfreelibrary.org, and click on the Tutorials button on the homepage. Scroll down and click on Library Chef. From there, enter your name, email address, library card number, and pick a password. Library Chef will send you a 2-factor authentication code to complete your registration. From there, you're ready to go. Library Chef is free for you to use with your library card and is supported through the generosity of the Friends of the Ames Free Library. Start your culinary journey today with the Ames Free Library and Library Chef, and discover new cooking skills at your own pace.
Learn heart-healthy cooking techniques on Tuesday, February 4th at 7:30 p.m. and find out how to cook Mediterranean pan-seared salmon on Wednesday, February 12th at 7 p.m. Or join a professional nutritionist for an insightful session on good fats, bad fats, and heart health on Wednesday, February 19th at 7:30 p.m. Each of these online classes is free to access with your library card. Recipes or other supplemental materials will be available to view and download on the platform.
Gather near and let me tell you a love story about stories. Our littlest patrons can choose from 3 story times each week: Wiggle Worms on Tuesday, Baby Time on Wednesday, and Family Story Time on Thursday. All story times meet in the children's room at 10:30 a.m. If morning story time doesn't fit into your schedule, consider stopping by for pajama story time. We'll be getting cozy on Wednesday, February 12th and Wednesday, February 26th at 6:30 p.m. in the children's room. Pajamas and stuffed animals are encouraged but not required. We're also happy to be adding 1 Saturday story time per month to our lineup. Families on the Go can join us for a half-hour-long program on February 1st at 10:30 a.m.
But stories aren't limited to story time. If you're an adult who would love nothing more than to pass your story on to the next generation, join local author Lisa Braxton on Tuesday, February 25th at 6 p.m. at Queeset House. She'll be teaching you the art of how to write a legacy letter. And if you're a writer looking for inspiration and community with other creative adults, you're in luck. Our Zoom writing group meets Monday, February 10th and Monday, February 24th at 3 p.m.
Or maybe you're a local teen who's interested in writing their own stories. Bring your magnificent mind and anything you'd like to write on or with to the Teen Den for an hour of creative writing at Teen Writers on Thursday, February 20th at 3:15.
If the idea of out-scamming scammers makes you swoon, register for the Keep Scammers at Bay seminar as part of the Harbor of Wisdom Senior Living series on Tuesday, February 11th at 10 a.m. at the Holy Cross Church. More information about how to register can be found on our website.
Nurture your baby and yourself by joining Your Village, a free group for postpartum birthing parents that meets on Zoom from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. every Monday from January 27th through March 3rd. Experience feeling seen, heard, and understood with other birthing parents, including the host of these sessions, a fellow caregiver who's trained in integrative community therapy. Know in your heart that it truly takes a village.
Other community events include genealogy, tea and tarot, online qigong, board games, and more. Check out our online calendar to view our whole range of programs. Stay in the loop and discover even more. Subscribe to our library newsletters today.
Staying in the know about what's happening at the Ames Free Library is as easy as 1, 2, 3. You can get updates on library events, new materials, and more delivered straight to your inbox. First, head to our website, amesfreelibrary.org, and select the Services tab. Then select Newsletters. You can also get to this page directly by typing amesfreelibrary.org/newsletters into the address bar on your web browser. Enter your email address and then click the box to the left of each newsletter you'd like to receive, and then click the subscribe button. We know your inbox can get crowded. Most of our newsletters are sent just once a month. And if you ever find that you don't need or want to receive a particular newsletter anymore, each edition includes an easy link for unsubscribing. Now, all you need to do is check your inbox for news from us. We'll see you soon.
It does the heart good to take a break every now and then. Fortunately, we have a whole host of February break programs during school vacation week. These fun programs will begin after our librarians take a break. Please note that the library is closed on Monday, February 17th for President's Day. The Tuesday of break week has some regularly scheduled programs: Wiggle Worms Storytime for toddlers at 10:30 a.m. and Quick Draw for kids in grades 2 through 6 at 4 p.m. Storytime will continue as normal throughout the week. On Wednesday, February 19th, Story School and Camp Fable will be storming Queesit House. Kids and teens ages 8 through 15 can register for a live-action role-playing event with King Arthur. Encounter costumed characters and fend off enemies by completing escape room-style puzzles and participating in foam sword fights. Space is limited, so be sure to sign up for a spot. Kids and families can join us for our Winter Lego Tournament on Thursday, February 20th at 2 p.m. The theme is Eat Your Heart Out. Compete for bragging rights and a golden trophy using your favorite food as inspiration. Just try not to drool on the Lego bricks. Registration is required. Please visit our website to learn more. And finally, we have a drop-in craft program on February 21st at 2 p.m. We'll be making wish bracelets. Kids ages 6 through 12 are invited to make a set of 3 dreamy bracelets using iridescent seed beads, hemp twine, and basic braiding skills. Pre-existing knowledge about how to braid is required, but registration is not.
Welcome to Page Turners, our segment highlighting recent and upcoming releases. Geraldine Brooks, the best-selling, Pulitzer Prize-winning author of Horse, is out this month with Memorial Days, a heartrending and beautiful memoir of sudden loss and a journey towards peace. Many cultural and religious traditions expect those who are grieving to step away from the world. In contemporary life, we are more often met with red tape and to-do lists. This is exactly what happened to Geraldine when her partner of more than 3 decades, Tony Horwitz, just 60 years old, and to her knowledge, vigorous and healthy, collapsed and died on a Washington, D.C. sidewalk. After spending their early years together in conflict zones as foreign correspondents, Geraldine and Tony settled down to raise 2 boys on Martha's Vineyard. The life they built was one of meaningful work, good humor, and tenderness, as they spent their days writing and their evenings cooking family dinners or watching the sunset with friends on the beach. But all of this ended abruptly when, on Memorial Day 2019, Geraldine received the call we all dread. The demands were immediate and many. Without space to grieve, the sudden loss became a yawning gulf. 3 years later, she booked a flight to a remote island off the coast of Australia with the intention of finally giving herself the time to mourn. In a shack on a pristine, rugged coast, she often went days without seeing another person. There, she pondered the various ways in which cultures grieve and what rituals of her own might help to rebuild a life around the void of Tony's death. Memorial Days is a portrait of a larger-than-life man and a timeless love between souls that exquisitely captures the joy, agony, and mystery of life. Joe Nesba, a modern master of Nordic suspense, is back with a new explosive novel about community in crisis and two brothers on the verge of losing everything they've worked so hard to achieve. By all accounts, Carl and Roy Opgard are doing quite well for themselves, or at least they're doing as well as can be expected in a small town like Oz. Carl manages the area's swanky and successful spa and hotel, while Roy runs a nearby gas station and harbors grand plans to build it out into an amusement park, complete with a roller coaster. But when news breaks about a new highway to be built nearby, bypassing Oz and leaving the town cut off and isolated, it's clear that something has to be done, even if the methods are bound to be dirty. Fortunately, Carl and Roy have experience with just that kind of work. Meanwhile, the town's sheriff has gotten his hands on new technology that will enable him to take a deeper look at a slate of unsolved murders from years past, including that of his own father. And just as the sheriff reopens his investigation, the death toll begins to climb. It's like Roy always says about his roller coaster. Once it's rolling, it's too late to get off. If someone asked you what you know about Bill Gates, you might talk about Microsoft, his fortune, or his philanthropic efforts. In the new memoir, Source Code, Bill is telling the story of how he became who he is today. He shares about his childhood, his early passions and pursuits. It's the story of his principled grandmother and ambitious parents, his first deep friendships and the sudden death of his best friend, of his struggles to fit in and his discovery of a world of coding and computers in the dawn of a new era, of embarking in his early teens on a path that took him from midnight escapades at a nearby computer center to his college dorm room, where he sparked a revolution that would change the world. Best-selling author and podcast host Linda Holmes brings readers a modern love story in Back After This. Cicely Foster loves to make podcasts. She fiercely protects her colleagues, dearly adores her friends, and never misses dinner with her sister. But after a disastrous relationship with a colleague who stole her heart and her ideas, she's put romantic love on hold. When the boss who's disappointed her again and again finally offers her the chance to host her own show, she wants to be thrilled. But there's a catch. Actually, two catches. First, the show will be about Cicely's dating life. The second, she has to follow the guidance of influencer and newly minted relationship coach Eliza Cassidy, whose relentlessly upbeat attitude seems ready-made for social media, not real life. Cicely would rather do anything other than put her singledom on display or take advice from the internet. But when her boss hints that doing the show is the only way to protect a friend's job, she realizes she has no choice. To make matters more complicated, once she's committed to 20 blind dates of Eliza's choosing, Cicely finds herself unable to stop thinking about Will, a photographer she helped to rescue a very big and very lovable lost dog. Even though there were sparks between the two, Will's own path seems uncertain, and Eliza's skeptical comments about Cicely's decision-making aren't helping. On the one hand, Will seems great, but on the other hand, don't they all? As Cicely struggles to balance the life she truly desires and the one Eliza wants to create for her, she finds herself at a crossroads. Can she sort through all the advice and find a way to do what she loves without losing herself in the process? If any of these titles sound interesting to you, be sure to put them on hold. You can place a hold right in the Sales mobile app, through the online catalog, or by giving us a call. And if you would like information about even more new titles hitting the shelves at the Ames Free Library, sign up for our monthly fiction and nonfiction newsletters.
These programs and so much more are available when you visit us at the library at 53 Main Street. You can stop in and see us from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. Monday through Thursday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Friday, and 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Saturday. Or find us 24/7 on our website at www.amesfreelibrary.org.
XOXO, your friends at the Ames Free Library.